comprehension exercises, information transfer. Objective exercises, select A, B, C, D, or E. Spot the mistake. The teacher incorporates deliberate errors which the learner must identify. Gap filling. The learner is given a text with missing items, to be filled by listening. Guessing. The teacher describes or defines something. The learner guesses what it is. True-false. Reordering images. Making changes to a visual. Listening exercises. As with reading, listening exercises can be intensive, listening for details, for example numbers, dates, names, etc. Extensive, listening for a general impression, for example what kind of person was. Listening exercises can focus on samples at different levels. Individual sounds. Words in isolation. Sentences. Continuous text. Listening exercises can require different types of response from the learner: receptive, listen and absorb; reactive, non-linguistic, for example perform an action, point to a visual, follow directions on a map, chart, diagram, etc. Productive, most listening activities interface with other, productive skills. In comprehension exercises, this might involve checking a box, answering orally, or writing an answer. Communicative, for example information gap listening exercises, where listening is supported by questioning, etc. Interactive, where exercises lead into another activity, such as prediction or discussion. Jigsaw listening. 1. Learners work in groups. 2. Each group listens to part of a story. 3. All work together to piece together the story in its entirety. Ambiguous or incomplete texts. 1. Learners hear an inconclusive listening text. 2. They explain the context by discussion and inference. 3. They create an outcome by discussion and consensus. Problem solving. 1. Learners hear a situation described. 2. The situation incorporates a problem. 3. They collaborate to find a solution by means of discussion, interpretation and information transfer. Recognition exercises. Exercises to recognize and differentiate between sounds. Differentiation, for example of minimal pairs, ship or sheep tree or three bad or bed, etc. Identification. From a listening stimulus, learners identify a visual or written item, checking a list, pointing to a picture, drawing a picture, etc. Dictation. The teacher says the word and the learner writes it. This method also demonstrates the learner's understanding of the relation between sounds and spellings in English. Ear training. Ear training consists of listening exercises based on sound differentiation. It is useful for developing a learner's competence in the sound system. Feedback. Listening is a receptive skill. However, listeners also can take an active part in communication through feedback, an important element in communication theory. Examples of listener feedback include eye contact, interruptions and questions, body language, silence, non-linguistic information. The listening process consists of more than simply decoding speech sounds. The sounds are usually accompanied by other information which adds to the meaning. Visual information. When the listener can see the speaker, visual information sources become available, including body language, facial expression, lip movements,